What's up, good peoples? This is MaxLa'Rue Speaks. I'm your host, MaxLa'Rue. And today's topic we'll be discussing is MaxLa'Rue brand only for blue collar people? And my answer to that is no. Actually, MaxLa'Rue brand is for anyone who can really appreciate a different expression of fashion. Someone who's not afraid to test the waters, someone who like to express themselves in many different ways, aesthetically, colorful, some neutrals, put neutrals mixed with some colors, brightness. And someone who just really can really appreciate a good fashionable wear. So so my answer to that is like a yes and a no, because it's gonna there'll be people that won't like this type of brand. They won't like this type of, well, I'm not gonna say brand, they won't like this type of aesthetic. It may be a bit much, it may be just not their thing, and that's something I can understand. I mean, everything's not for everybody. So, but to those who is, the things that it is for, the people that it's for, they'll gravitate to it. So yeah, so just to sum that up, Master Rule brand is for people who really love a different look, somebody who likes different aesthetics, because like I said, I'm putting like the policeman, aesthetics, I'm putting the fireman aesthetics, and that might be a bit much for some people. And I can understand that, I'm like I said, me being a disruptor that I call myself to be. This is a part of what I do. This is a part of the brand. So someone so for those who can really appreciate, being different, standing out, and being comfortable, just not within your skin, but within the clothing. You know what I mean? So that's something that I say that my brand will would target, you know, because it's just one of them things. I'm just like I said, I'm just unapologetically about the way I express myself with the brand, with the colors, with the different aesthetics, as far as in the blue collar lane, So I know with the name having a blue collar luxury brand, it kind of almost seems like it only targets a certain demographic of people, and that's not the case. That's just the blue collar is just a lane that I created, and it's like a white collar. You have blue collar people that wear white collar, fashion, or like you put on a suit and tie. You going for a construction interview, you in the white collar lane. So that's just one example of that. So like the blue collar is something that anyone, saying like, say case in point, say like if you like this these are just this is just one example. There's many other examples I can give too, but I'm just going to express one example right now. Say like if you like you're doing a happy hour, you're getting off of work, you're in a construction job or whatever, and you don't want to go with the same dirty clothes that you got on, that you worked in all those hours, you in the baking sun, you know what I'm saying? You got dirt on you, all different type of things. I'm the brand you might want to you might want to go to, because it's not like overly dressed and it's not like underdressed. I have different items for that as well. Like today, I have the sea green, soft cotton shirt on, soft suede, soft suede cotton, and with the different colors I got going on. I'm saying the highlighter purple and the highlighter orange and the highlighter green. Well, that's not a highlighter green. It's like a lantern green or forest green maybe. So I know my colors. I'm just trying to put it all together. But you know what I'm saying? So, and also with the toner. So I call like the hats like this, like when I come real busy with a shirt and I just kind of put it, tone it down a little bit, but throw some brightness to it. I just like to marry those things together like that. You know what I mean? I think that's really, really something I really take a really slow process when I put things together. You know, that has to make sense for me, because I don't want to always be extreme, like, oh, just bright like the sun, like, oh my gosh, those colors is crazy. You know, I was want to, you know, like I said, I love to marry different colors that people may think that may not work, but I can just kind of play with those different hues and just put it together. So like I'm getting off track again. So like, say like, if you're doing a happy hour, you know, you construction, and you want to just, you don't want to dress, you don't want to dress up, nor you don't want to dress too down. You want to be right in between. I think this would be a, depending on the setting too. So let's keep that in mind. So like a sports bar, you go into a sports bar, a nice summer day or whatever. Why not put something like this on? A nice little trucker fit. You know, you still kind of have that construction vibe going on, but you in a but you're doing a blue collar dress down look to it. You know what I mean? Little splash like that. So I think this would be a good look for that. You know what I'm saying? Just to give an example. Or if you just want to go out somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, you just kind of just want to just do some shopping or something, but you don't want to be overly dressed. You want to be like in between. I'm like the in between type of fashion, but in a sense of like giving some flavor though. You know what I mean? I'm not toning that down. You know, like I feel like if when you wear this brand, you want to make some type of feel about yourself. You want to feel it. You know what I mean? You want to stand out. You know what I mean? I mean, my brand, I want to be more of a like, I see you, I see it, and it's nice. You know, I want to know, like, man, I want to. It's almost like an art piece. You know, like that's like these colors like that, because it's like, you know how you go to like an art exhibit and you look at the art, to somebody else that one picture may speak 1,000 different things to the other person. You know, I think art is always can be a very subjective thing. You know what I mean? To when it comes down to like, you know, because it means something different for each person. You know what I mean? You know, like someone may say, hey, that looks good. That looks like a so and so, so and so. Next person might have a whole different opinion about it. You know what I mean? So that's how I want my brand to stand out. That's how like, you see the colors. One person may say, man, that color is dope. I like the way he put that color together. I like the way he, you know what I'm saying, like he got the toner hat, you know, then he put a little more splash on that. And then the next person, like, man, I really just like that shirt. You know, it's more of a conversation piece. You know, I like to put conversation pieces together. So yeah, so so that's the thing with the MaxLa'Rue brand. You know, it's for people who likes colors. One thing first. Someone who likes to stand out. Someone who can appreciate different aesthetics in a blue collar lane, like a policeman, fireman. You know, different things of that nature. You know, but not a full uniform look. You know what I mean? I'm not doing a full uniform look. Let's be clear. I'm doing the look in a manner of my taste, but you will know exactly what the aesthetic is driving to. What I'm driving is aesthetic to. You'll know exactly. You're like, oh yeah, that's a fireman, whatever. You know what I mean? But it'll be in a fashionable sense. You know, it's just like you have people that wear fatigue pants, that wear the army look. You know, that's you're not enlisted in the army. You know, most of the people that wear those fatigues, so it's kind of like one of them things. You know, so I'm just doing it in I'm just stirring up the pot a little different in the way other people's doing it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my full answer, for today, as far as in like is the blue collar luxury brand only for blue collar. No, it's not. You know, white collar people can rock this. You know, like I said, if you got a suit and you want to get into something different, you want to be comfortable, get you a soft MaxLa'Rue shirt, whatever color you want to rock. You know, you want to. I got the bright ones, I got the neutral ones. You know what I mean? So it's all about the way you feeling that day. You know, you want me to brighten up your day? I got something for that too. You want me to just kind of just keep it like a little tone, like, you know, I don't want to, I don't need to be the center of attention. I got that too as well. So it's just all about what you feeling. You know, I like to throw mood type of expressions with my clothing as well. So yeah. So you know, just to answer everything up in a nutshell, it's for anybody who can appreciate a good material fashion, and that'll be my whole thing for today. I thank you for joining me, and until the next time, MaxLa'Rue speaks. Let's get it.